Alright, welcome back guys. Matt Lemke with Your Gamer Goggles, and today I have another flip through for you. This is on Pathfinder's campaign setting, The Fates of Golarion. And I'll be right back. Okay, so some of you might have already seen the video I did, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago on the campaign setting Inner Sea Gods. This is something that kind of follows this path. It is an expansion of that. It is 63 pages, published by Paizo. As you open the book, one of the first things you see is the overview of the 2, 4, 10. Get it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gods, or gods and goddesses, deities, that are covered in this book. Now, these aren't your most common gods and goddesses in Golarion, but this gives you the tools to play a character of the said faith. And well, we're going to back up here now, and we're going to go back to the introduction. The introduction says a lot of good things about the book and how to use it, and it has deific obedience, which I don't remember ever seeing this before, but I kind of think it's a reprint, so maybe I'd have to go back and look at it, which is kind of neat, and we're going to go over this a little bit more in detail when we actually take a look at one of the religions, as I'm going to call them for the course of this book. So this book, it says, let's see, I'm going to back up right here. I'm going to zoom in so you can read it with me. Ooh, I almost turned it off. Alright, so the pages within also provide rules and elements that allow devout characters to put their faith into practice, including boons for characters with deific obedience feat. See page 3, which is right over here. Or levels of Evangelist, Exalted, or Sentinel prestige classes. For details of these prestige classes, see the Inner Sea campaign setting book. So those are books that you could use as reference in this. And then it goes through here and it talks a lot about the God's power. There was, so something to note about this at this point is each listing in this book for all of these gods and goddesses has 5 domains and 4 subdomains, every single one. On top of that, they have the different boons, which basically, well, we'll actually go in and we'll look at deific obedience right now. Deific obedience requires 3 ranks of religion, and you must actually be worshiping the deity of choice. In each day, basically, the character will spend less than an hour performing one type of ritual / prayer or obedience. I think in here there's an example. One of the actually we'll get to that in a second. And then they gain the boon from the first, depending on hit dice. You'll gain the first boon, the second boon, or the third boon from the Exalted boons. And we'll get to that in a second. In some ways, the deific obedience feat is geared for higher level characters, but right now we're going to go through and we're going to take a look at some of these different gods and goddesses, and as we get closer to the end, we're going to take a look at one in depth. So basically all we're going to do is, we got the Challenger Zazaristan. Zuz? I don't know, I'm not a linguist. Like the halflings that revere her children, Chaldera is both impetuous and opportunistic, leaping into situations that seem advantageous, and trusting in her luck and optimism to see her through. So you get the idea that she is obviously going to be good luck, trickery, and, well, war. And then we have every religion is going to be broken down, or every faith. I'll use faith. I like faith. Every faith is going to have what the obedience is. It will go with the Evangelist boon, the Exalted boon, and the Sentinel Boons. Now those are listed in alphabetical order. When you use Deific Obedience, you will fall to the Exalted Boon. And then on the next page, you have what it means, basically how to understand what it means to be of this faith, a breakdown of the church, temples and shrines, what a priest's role is, how it can affect and be a part of your adventurer's life, and how they might dress or what they keep an eye out for and things like that, the type of clothing, like I said, dress. And then if you're a paladin, it has a paladin's code, the different holy texts, the respective holidays for the said deity or god, and aphorisms. How lucky am I? 2 fistful of trouble. And then how they relate to other religions, where the god lives, in who her planner, his or her planner allies are. And then we're on to Grandmother Spider, which is kind of neat because the petulant mother, the weaver of the world, and the silver-tongued charmer who talked to the lioness out of her mane. Grandmother Spider is a teacher, a trickster, a folk hero, popular in southern Garand, particularly among her so-called children, the Anadi. And you can see here that she has the domains of charm, community, darkness, luck, trickery, curse, subdomain, deception, family, fate, and night, and thievery are all the subdomains. And then again, you'll have her obedience. So, as an evangelist boon, you have sleep 3 times a day, eagle's splendor twice a day, or glibness once a day. Now, if you were of a high enough die type, which I believe the first die type is 12, yeah. If you have 12 hit die and you did the obedience, which we'll do that in another one here real quick, I just want to share that you would get granted the first Exalted Boon, which in this case is Silent Image 3 times a day, Minor Image twice a day, or Borrow Fortune once a day. And we're going to start moving a little bit faster, and I'm not going to read all of these. I'm going to go like this. Again, understanding everything is basically identical. With the realm, there's a picture of the deity. And here's Gruhashta. And his subdomains, well, his domains are animals, good, knowledge, law, and travel. His subdomains are education, exploration, friendship, memory, purity, and thought. His paladin's code is here. And before we get too carried away, and I'm only like a third of the way through the book, we're going to look at Heifeng, because I loved his little story. He's boastful, impulsive, and often drunk. Heifeng rules the stormy skies of Tianzi, always accompanied by his 4 loyal retainers, the Counts of Wind, Rain, Thunder, and Lightning. Violent storms answer his call, and the sea's deep might obeys his whims. Good enough for that. So, over here, we have his chaotic neutral. His domains are air, chaos, destruction, water, and weather. Subdomains of catastrophe, cloud, oceans, protean, and storms and wind. Favorite weapon is the 9-ring broadsword, which I actually adore. And then centers of worship, blah, blah, blah. Nationality, Tengu. Obedience. This is cool. So take 3 swigs of strong liquor or salt water, shouting aloud, boast to any bystanders after each drink. If any responds to your bluster, challenge that person to a contest of drinking, bragging, or sword dancing. If you are defeated, concede graciously, and give the victor a gift worth at least 10 gold pieces. If you win, taunt the loser with more boasts and insults. If no suitable bystanders are nearby, engage the whirling, stomping dance with a 9-ring broadsword for an hour, clattering the blades' rings until they throw sparks around. Gain a +4 sacred bonus, or a sacred or profane bonus on saves against electricity and wind effects for the next 24 hours. The type of bonus depends on your alignment. If you're neither good nor evil, you must choose either sacred or profane. The first time you perform your obedience, and this choice can't be changed. Now, If you have at least 12 hit dice, you will also get Disciple of the Fog, which is one of these three. You get to choose one. If you hit, I believe, 16 hit dice from memory, you get Blessing of Sea and Storm. And if you're at 20 hit dice, I believe it is, you get his Rage. Once per day as a standard action, you can summon a Cyclone. I just thought that was really cool. One other thing I want to point out while I'm over here, something that Pathfinder always does, is they always find a neat little way to show you where you're at in the book. I do wish, and the book's probably not thick enough for it, but I do love, like in the Ultimate Equipment Guide, how they did it on the sides. That was beautiful. It's one of my favorite parts of the book. And that is, so now let's see here. I skipped a page somehow. No, I didn't. Alright, so, in understanding Hei Fang, basically you have types of things that he stands for, his manners, he's rude, his speech, he's uncouth. The Church of Hei Fang has no use for hierarchy or bureaucracy, thus little in the way of an organized church. Oops. His people most commonly are farmers. Temples and shrines, they're usually by the sea, found nearly every coast on Tianzi. Typically, larger towns build sanctuaries of the 50 sacred storms, etc. The priest's role, they tend to exist in margins of civilization without being fully civilized themselves. A village priest is more likely to be blustery drunkard than a pillar of the community. So, these guys like to drink. And there's a lot more to the priest's role here. Adventurers, devout Fangans, serve as intermediaries for threatened communities that are requesting God's mercy or aid. So you can actually build a whole campaign around his wrath even, I think, and you're a worshiper who wants to help a group of people. Or, you could take it the whole opposite way. They usually dress in bright, stormy colors of blues. Now, here is Hei Fang's anti-Paladin code. Anti-Paladins of Hei Fang are self-sufficient wanderers. No surprise there. Here's their adages. Blessing of the Storm comes in lightning. I am permitted to offer sincerely altruistic aid so long as that aid comes from violence. In the form of violence. So you get the idea of what these guys are like, and that would be really fun to play. Holy Text. Fourfold Oath of the Eternal Camaraderie, the Oath of Friendship. To his 4 counts is only constant text in his faith. Holidays that are important to Fangans. The Festival of the Seed of the Sky. And the Mirror Poet's Farewell. In aphorisms, fate falls on a feather. Well, that's heavy. That's really heavy. And heaven's majesty is change. And then, of course, his relationship with other religions. His is a little bit shorter than some of the others. It's only about 4 paragraphs. And he lives in the Pavilion of 10,000 Explosions. And he has some planner allies. This is, all of these guys are a great way to add flavor to your characters. Even your campaign, you can build a campaign off of what's here. So we have the Mother Jaguar, which is Kazutol. Jeez. Community of good, liberation, protection, and strength are domains. Agathian defense, freedom, friendship, and resolve are the subdomains of her. My heart is my strength. Those who fight without love fight for nothing. My bonds are my strength. Those who fight for no one fight alone. That's their oath. I bet the paladin in this, a paladin of Mother Jaguar, is really cool. Exalted boons are preparation. Well, actually, here, let's look at this real quick. If you do the obedience every day, you gain +2 sacred bonus on diplomacy and intimidate checks. And let's see here. Check out that. That is actually my favorite picture in the book. And I would call that a paladin of Mother Jaguar. I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree. The paladin code here is bonds, what give our society strength. No law price or justification can legitimize slavery. I understand that failure is expected and my life belongs to more than myself. Love is the province of the brave if I value something, and I will defend liberty even when it challenges established community and family standards. It was another great one. Check out this one. I would say this is a druid. That is not a scarf. That's like a jaguar. And you have Kedifis, which is the hunter. You can imagine that it's animal, chaos, good, plant, and weather. Let's see. The next one is we have Magrim. Magrim was lawful neutral. Domains of earth, law, repose, runes, ancestors, inevitable souls, wards. Those are the domains. Favorite weapon is a hammer. And you gain a +2 sacred bonus or profane bonus on saving throws against necromancy spells and death effects, depending on your alignment. Which I thought that was one of the good things they did with their religion in Pathfinder. They made you kind of, they made alignment a little bit more important the way they used it by reflecting that if you're chaotic, you should choose this. And then we have Rambo Dazzle, which is the gray polychrome demigoddess of gems, stealth, and gambling. Ha ha! I'm going to have to make a character that worships her. Domains: community, earth, luck, and trickery. Subdomains are caves, deception, fate, thievery. And Lighthammer is the weapon of choice. +4 sacred bonus or profane bonus on bluff and sleight of hand checks if you succeed at your obedience. And then there you go, there's a gambler for you. I like this one. Dice manipulation. The holy text for Nivis is the Book of Seven Wagers. The premier holy text for Nivian faithful details Nivi's life prior to her ascension. So it's kind of neat and fun, and well, I wish it was a novel, to be perfectly honest. That'd be a fun read, I'm sure. How some of these characters became gods and goddesses. The Shizuru looks like a dragon. Goddess of ancestors, honor, the sun, and swordplay. Empress of the heaven. Sounds like another fun one. Favorite weapons, a katana. Domains are glory, good, law, repose, and the sun. Ancestors are arcane, day, heroism, honor, and light are the subdomains. And for her obedience, spend an hour practicing sword forms beneath the sun. Meditate in silence as you practice, focusing on executing each form perfectly. When you're done, you succeed. You get a +2 sacred bonus on confirmed crits. Wow, that's really good. So, what's the paladin like here? Again, there you go. There's a nice picture. Not my favorite, though. There's even a better picture. That's more samurai-like. That's kind of where I think it. Paladin code, I was right. And Tsukiyo. This has actually gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, guys, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Tsukiyo is the god of jade, the moon, and spirits. So, Pathfinder's Faithful Golarion. It's a little bit different than other small campaign settings that I've done, and so who's it for? I would say primarily this book is for players that want to make a faith a little bit more important to their characters, and it's one of these particular deities or gods. GMs can definitely use the information to create entire campaigns, but it's definitely geared more towards building character development, in my opinion. There's a lot of good stuff here. I am very fond of about half a dozen of these faiths, and I love the way they did it. I love the fact that any player can take deific obedience and gain spiritual abilities from their god. So thanks for watching, guys. I love what I do. Please like, subscribe, and share. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want another book done. I just had somebody request the Book of the Damned, and that'll be up in a week or two. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hi guys. Meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in the link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know, you're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye, guys.